Oh, whoops, whoops, whoops. Hi. I knew I was forgetting something. All right, getting the link posted for cruise control. There we go. Good to go. Okay, so I worked on some stuff off Camry. I did. A new diamond type crystal structure, and the color changes. See, we got a top color and a bottom color, and it changes the light color. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd never like put that into a build like that before, so I thought that'd be interesting. This is quickly going from steampunk, fantasy steampunk to high fantasy. This is the way I am. Ooh, that is giving me some inspiration on what to do over here, though, for this tower thing. And what if this one actually is the one that, like, goes up higher? I don't know how I'd feel about that. That would be interesting. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Where is... Okay. Did you get my text? Okay. You just haven't done it yet?
No, I forgot.
Next time, what do you do when mommy or daddy text you and you get it? You respond so we know you got it, son. Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. All I sent was, when you get a minute, could you take out the trash out of the kitchen? Silence. 30 minutes later, I see him come out of his room. Did you get my text? Oh, yeah. Can I help you? Oh, are you looking at my build?
If it's because you're on your phone, like playing video games, you need to stop and respond.
Isn't that cool how the color... I made the color change in the diamond.
I was admiring it from afar.
Yes. So sorry. Please continue admiring from afar.
Thanks.
Yes.
Inspired me.
But I was also thinking I may want to do more diamond-like things around it floating or something. I don't think the kitty wants to see it. You just want an excuse to grab the cat.
Who wants to see it? Look. Look, kitty.
That poor cat.
You wanna miss me?
Thank you, buddy. Okay. So, but I've been working on that, but I was also thinking I need to start... I need to make... I've got so much space out here, and I'd like to possibly utilize all this to make an actual tree farm with all my trees. So I think that's what I want to work on. It's going to be obnoxious with the snow and whatnot, but it'll be okay. So let's clear out our inventory and start designing where walls and things are going to go. I forgot about this iron shovel from Brett. That'll come in handy. It's a Silk Touch Efficiency 6.
What?
That's right, son. You heard me. It was in one of the loot boxes. It's an Efficiency 6, and it's unbreakable.
Okay.
These are a little overpowered, but I don't care.
Which, a little fact, efficiency 4 is all you need.
Okay, well, this is Efficiency 6, okay? Let me tell you a little something about Warp 11, son. One day you'll get that. I'm going to make you watch enough Star Trek so that you do get it.
What's next? Diamond sword with...
Shh, go take a shower. Okay, well. No, not out here. Go procrastinate in your bedroom. If you want to participate with stream, you can do it on stream. All right, let's go try this baby out. See, this is where I'm gonna love the free cam. So I can see like where I'm wanting to do lines. Yeah, so we can have a layer down here. Maybe build that up a little bit, but then we've got this upper layer up here. Hello, Dio. It's a pretty good Dio. Nice. Oh, that's such a polite way of telling me, Kyle, you forgot to turn on all of the things. Oh, this is one thing I don't miss about doing Simon. Oh, a loot box. Oh, I can't wait to go back and see it. I think I only took one. I could be wrong. Ollie on the front. I'm gonna leave Lyle off tonight. Okay, where's my... Oh, it just... Oh, no, that's... Oh, no. Oh, no, it didn't work. How do I redo it? Number 5. Oh. Okay, I have friends. Noted. Replay. Oh. It was there, but then when okay, I gotta be faster. Oh, it won't let me replay it. How do I... Can I click here? No. Oh, no. Come back, Allie. Come back, Allie's sister. Okay, I'm going to refund that effect. Refunding is so easy with crowd control. Hey, Cowboys on. Yeah, let's take it in more. Maybe starting here. Ah, there we go. Ooh, that's a good one. That's another 3. Oh, I was like, Cowboy, of course you have friends. And then I realized what you actually meant by that. Oh, thank you for sleeping. Just thinking about how I was going to go about them and sleeping and... Okay, let's just clear out some more. And we'll build it back up. That'll be easier to visualize. Visualize and attack. Visualize and attack. Blocks down, please. Much better. Oh, so much better. Oh, all this grass is fantastic. Snow, I don't really care about. Okay. That's good. Friends are still hanging around. They'll go away. They'll get the message that they're not wanted. This looks like a good place for a staircase. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this with some stairs. How about that? Just so I can remember that this is where this is going to go up. The comfy sandals are quite comfy. I still prefer my rainbows. Even though they're gross. But they're gross because my feet have made them fit properly. And worn through them almost completely. But this was, Emily got some random coupon to DSW, which we haven't shopped at DSW in a long time. Oh, yours are, Cowboy? Good. I don't know if mine are yet. I'm just breaking a bunch of blocks. But she got a coupon for $30 off a $50 or $49 purchase. And these reefs were $49.95 or something. And I was like, 20 bucks for reefs? That sounds pretty good to me. And I needed some, so rainbows, the problem with rainbows are they have like a leathery, thing that your foot goes on. And that means like they don't do well with water. In fact, they tell you they're not supposed to get wet, but of course you can't. We're in Florida. That's never going to be the case. So I needed some that were like a more hard, waterproof bottom to them. And these are that. Normally, I'm not a big fan of those because they're just not as comfy. But these, oh, they don't have to see my rainbows. They really don't have to see my, okay, Emily brought over my rainbows. Okay. This just shows you where I put pressure on my feet, okay? But there's like craters. Oh, it's hard to, there we go. You can see like the crater right in here. That's just where my feet rubs it really bad. And then it gets worse when it gets wet.
They're awful.
They feel great on my feet. There's paint. There's paint from last year's VBS painting. That has not come off yet. So, I love them. Dio's heel heavy. That's interesting. But so anyway, so I needed some much more cruise friendly flip-flops. Like even if they were in perfect condition rainbows, I probably wouldn't take them on the cruise. They're too precious to me. They're not leaving the country. They may never even leave the state. Huh?
Pretty sure
They have left the state. I'm just being funny. Oh, okay. Cowboy wrote some more. The creators are pumping. Not yours. I got mad stream delay for some reason. This looks like a place for stairs. Let's put... Oh, gotcha. Aha. Well, it wasn't even supposed to be stairs. That was just one of the first blocks I saw. And then I thought, well, that'll help me remember what I was going to put there. Okay, let's cut this off a little bit more. Let's go chop down that tree as well. Excuse me. I also need to go breed the cows a bit. Let's... Whoops. There we go. Let's go do that. Oh, I need to go put an item frame too. Bedrock sandals. Yes. That's what they look like. That's kind of what they feel like too. And it's so lovely. Hey. Oh, wrong. Hey. Okay. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Hey. Come on. I mean, it's a good use for scaffolding. Everything is a good use for scaffolding. All right. Cow time. Ooh. Oh, they're hungry. Oh, they're hungry. Oh, they're a brand of sandals? I've never heard of those. I'll have to look them up. I thought I can't mod those. That's funny. Can't mod those. Dio, that's beautiful. All right, I'll look those up. All right. These look painful. These look really uncomfortable to me. Screens, there we go. First of all, they're not flip-flops. They are indeed sandals. Okay, so but those aren't even, sorry, these aren't even official brand Bedrock. Never mind, I wasn't looking. That doesn't bode well, though. That doesn't bode well. Yeah, see, I see rocks up here. Immediately, I know these are not the sandals I need. Okay, these do look better. I don't love the cord between the toes. These I would wear in the right circumstances. Yeah. I believe that in a rocky environment, these are wonderful. I believe that. I stand by my rainbows, though. Look, there's an old man on the front page, so you know it's like homemade. They're just so comfy. Okay, I don't know about these. I don't know about these with these big, but like this is. Here's that's not the Rastafarian. What's the one I have? I guess it is maybe this one. I can't remember. No, because mine are like $80. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But we got these for like 20. So that felt really good. Were you stationed in Hawaii? Because that's rad. And yes, I can totally see rainbows being a huge thing out there. From 2003 to 2006. Cool.
I butted. From 2003 to 2006.
I love how specific it says 2003 to 2006. Actually,
I butted. From 2003 to 2006.
I'm proud of this text-to-speech for knowing that the dash meant 2. That's impressive. Okay, so Cowboy, it's funny you say that. So Cowboy in chat wrote, if you ain't crockin', you ain't rockin'. Did you hear that, Em? Cowboy said, if you ain't crockin', you ain't rockin'. Emily wears Crocs at work. So we were talking about that I needed to go get some new flip-flops. I don't love that it says 2003 and 3, but I like that it has the dash. I think as a whole, I'm impressed that it knows it's a year and a year range. Anyway, so we're talking about getting my sandals, and Emily says something about I'm gonna need some new Crocs soon too. And like in my mind, I'm still thinking of the cruise. So I said, I'll send someone else with you on the cruise if you're gonna wear Crocs on that cruise ship. She goes, no, I meant at work. I was like, oh, okay. Whew. She's like, no, I'm not taking Crocs on the cruise. Okay, that's reassuring because I wanted to go. Everyone in my family wears them. I can't stand them. They are so uncomfortable to me. This... Maybe... Oh, I keep doing that instead of this. I'll go on a cruise and rock the Crocs with her. Cowboy said he'll go on the cruise with you, Em. Yeah, no, I'm going to want a little path here. A path. And then we'll do some trees right here. Okay, so let's take a look. I do like this coming out a little bit. I may build up the wall. The wall may not come straight to this outer layer. So let's start working on that. And should this wall be different, or should it just maintain... Yeah, I say we just maintain that. So let's take a quick peek. Okay, I don't have a... I could use more stone. But this will do for now, at least, to get us started. I feel like I want this to be the wall. So cut this down. Oh, I didn't tell Emily this yet, but I had to tell y'all because I don't... Does it... Okay, how much do y'all get triggered when... I hate to say this. I hate to say that I'm this person. But I take it more personal when it's about a song I'm performing. Does anyone else get triggered when someone names a song as by someone who is clearly not the original author? I died laughing this morning when someone came up to us after worship and said, I love when y'all do that CeCe Winans song. And I thought, I couldn't name you a single CeCe Winans song to save my... Oh, she covered Goodness of God. Bless her. That song is so old at this point, which is also a meme because it won the 2003 Dove Award for Song of the Year, even though it's from 2018. But bless her. Bless her. She doesn't know any better. She's just listening to it on the radio. She doesn't know. And so the radio's saying, that's Goodness of God by CeCe Winans. Yeah, it was. And the same thing used to happen with stupid Jeremy Camp and Overcome. He covered that song, and he starts going on the radio, and he's, bless his heart, he tried his best to tell the original story of the song, because the original story was written out of a church tragedy. I don't remember what it was exactly, but something horrible happened at the church, and they wrote this song. And so he's being interviewed about it as if it was like written out of his tragedy, and he's like having to explain, no, I didn't write this. I didn't write this. And like, they're just not getting it. Kyle, why don't you listen to Christian radio? Exhibit 17. Well, that is just number 17. There are many more. Oh, this needs to start turning out more. So we did 3. So we jumped to 3 pretty quickly. Let's maybe make that 2, 3, 2, 2. It is funny though. I go listen and I'm like, y'all, this isn't music intended to be sung in church. Like, it's fine if you enjoy it, but that's not what it's written for. Let's have this be 3. So, more funny stories from this morning. So, I had about the most distracting service ever today. And it started with something that was really my fault. So, Carter was running the screens, the screen computer, during VBS, during Kids Camp. And part of what he needed to do was fade up and down and up the lights during the end of the day video. But the light fading console has a lot of stuff on it. So in order to help him remember which one was the master fader, I put a big sticky note under it with an arrow pointing up at it. So my lights guy today, rightfully so, he's human. The house lights fader that, you know, over the audience and the master fader are about 1.5 inches to 2 inches away from each other with nothing in between. And he sees a sticky note with a big arrow on it. So he's got his finger right there on the master, ready to fade down the house lights, and it goes completely dark. And so I'm like, we're starting the song, the click's already going, so we are rolling, baby. And I'm like, oh, and it's amazing how quickly it came to me. And I went, oh crap, that sticky note is still on there. And so I just say, as happily as I can, because I know what it's like when someone speaks out a correction to like the AV booth and it comes off sounding angry. I didn't want to sound angry because I knew it was my fault and it didn't matter. I don't want that. I don't want a production-minded environment in my church. I want things to be, mistakes can happen, right? And so I just kind of smile and say, that's the wrong light fader. But I went back and listened to the stream, Emily, and you know what it sounded like I said? That's the wrong lightsaber. That's what it sounded like on the stream anyways. But then he figured it out and he goes, oh, wait a minute. So first that happens. Then I start the announcements. So that's 1, 2, 3, empty, 1, 2, 3, empty. Then I start the announcements and somebody off to the side this is not the fader you're looking for. Someone off to the side, I'm going to get back to that in a second. Someone off to the side isn't sitting. And like, I seat the audience during the announcements and I'm like, it's one of those things I don't want to look, but I kind of do want to look, but I don't want to draw attention to it. And so I just get through the announcements, which I didn't even have any announcements really. I was just kind of killing time. I mean, I had stuff to mention, but like nothing like, I had no notes is my point. And so, but people standing when everyone is around them sits is kind of a safety red flag for us. Similarly, someone who goes and sits on the front row. We've had instances where someone we don't recognize goes and sits on the very front row in the center. That's just a little strange. I'm very proud and happy to have a crew that every week intentionally sits on the second row, but they recognize it's a little weird to be right up at the front. So they take a buffer. There's a buffer row. But there was one time this guy did not take a buffer row and he was very nicely dressed, which sounds like, oh, that shouldn't be a problem. But it actually made the red flags even worse because it was kind of odd. We didn't recognize him, and he is like really dressed up fancy. He turned out to be a really nice guy and was just like visiting on business, I think it was. And just likes to sit on the front row. But like we had like security like, hey, do we have eyes on the guys in the front row? Okay, so Cowboy's comment about this is not the fader you're looking for. This isn't a Star Wars reference, but it reminded me. So there's a song we have, Living Hope. And there's an arrangement at the end that's a little confusing. You're supposed to, after the bridges, you're supposed to go up to the chorus above the bridges, do that chorus, and then back down to the chorus that's written below the bridges. And you have to do that because the chorus below the bridges is written different, but you don't have space to add two choruses below the bridge. It's all trying to fit the music on one chord sheet, one page. So anyway, just to be funny, I put a comment above chorus 2. The bridge you're looking for is in another castle. And it makes me laugh because there's one band member in particular who always misses it every time. Okay, how's this looking? Let's double check this. Yeah. Oh, I didn't need to break that one. Yeah, I like it. It's gonna be good. It's still natural, but, and that's what I'm wanting to do. And we're gonna keep expanding out and up. I mean, because what else are we gonna do? Okay, so then we're just gonna go straight across here. I think a TNT tree farm would look good there. Out of my own wise precaution, I'm going to request that you don't build me a TNT tree farm, similar to how you built me a 100 by 100 block redstone door. Because what I would end up with is a field of trees all across here that just spell out TNT. That actually, you know what, Cowboy, though? That would be a really funny gag to do on like a content creator SMP where, oh man, I may do this on so I'm not building a base on the next season of Pleasant Craft. I'm just going to kind of live at spawn area and just focus on building that up, work on paths and stuff like that, and like make like shopping district shells that people can build a shop out of. But boy, it'd be really funny to do favors for people, but like totally twist the words of the favor like you did. That would be really fun. And just do it every single time. So, you know what's funny is, and this is an idea I'm going to bring back. We had talked about the idea of like having, and this is done on other content creator servers too, where they have viewers play along with them. And a lot of times it's just they're there to like help grind out for materials and stuff. But they can build and stuff like that too. They're just kind of like an extra character. So it's funny you mentioned that, because that had been brought up as an idea in the past. But it's like everybody gets to choose like one or two people to bring along with them. I had also pitched an idea to Afterlife at one point. I've never spoken about this other than to Hill Dragon. So I pitched this idea, Redstone Kyle. I pitched an idea in Afterlife one time, that we hire Hill Dragon as our meme manager, because Hill Dragon made a fake audition tape to join Afterlife and submitted it as a real audition tape. And it was really just a joke video type thing. And it was really funny. It was it's still one of my favorite videos to go watch. And the gimmick to it was, he was almost like poking fun at Minecraft Let's Plays, and specifically us in some instances. But he starts off, he's like, welcome back to Kyle Doesn't Know, where we live under Kyle's base and Kyle doesn't know. And he has like a whole song intro and stuff, and the whole gimmick is that he's been living under my base in the Patreon server. And this was his way of revealing it to me. Now, he truly, though, he wasn't, but he made it look like he was. And so I showed that to them, and I was like, guys, Kyle, yes, that was and I didn't know what that was in reference to, but now I do. But anyways, I was like, guys, this would be a great idea, I think, to have someone on the server whose job it is solely to work on server memes to share with the community. It ended up not taking off, and because it needed to be fleshed out and figured out and stuff, but I always thought that was a good idea. Okay, I think we're going to hold there for a hot minute. I had said we weren't going to do the wall all the way, but I think I am now. I need to download that video and have it on trigger so I can just hit it and watch it at any point. And obviously the wall is going to go higher, but I don't want to go higher until I know for sure that's where it's going to be. Yeah, I think I wanted to just kind of go into this hill right here. And that whole, SMP meme manager idea really stemmed from the revelation I had of one thing I saw a lot of successful content creators do, and then I started doing it, which is what led to the pledge. And what else have we done? I mean, all of the well, even okay, yeah, I can just go to the memes page. This. And okay. And this.
It's disappointing to know what's potentially going on around my kids.
Those things came from me realizing, oh, we need to be looking for inside jokes, because inside jokes are what build community best on the internet. Something that we can reuse over and over and over again and enjoy. You going to bed? What is that face for? Were you yawning? Yeah. You have the ugliest yawn face I have ever seen, son. All right, go to bed. Cool. I don't know what that means. Why couldn't you get on it before?
I didn't know how to.
Oh, okay. So it's not like he got you on because it was super secret and private. Oh, I need to start the music back up. Speaking of popular memes, have you seen the newest Hot Ones? I have not seen the newest Hot Ones. Who was that on that? I can't remember now. Was it Heidi Klum? Someone like that? That one didn't interest me too much, so I didn't watch it immediately. Shakira, okay, that one, I don't know. I don't know. Shakira actually would interest me more than Heidi Klum, because I can see Shakira like really successfully putting down some hot sauce. Not exactly me, but more of a TikTok and not exactly rated G. Oh, well, of course. Thank you for that alert, so I won't go hunt for it. Well, hunt for it right now on stream, I mean. Ow. All right, tiny cup of coffee is done. Oh, I should go check in on cow breeding and then cow killing. Oh, and I need to go take care of the potatoes and carrot fields. Those jingles of the XP were Winnie the Pooh. They went dun 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 dun. Here. One's up high, go for it. Can you breed with the one above you? I don't know. I bet they could. It'd be funny if it made the stat grow. Are any babies up there? No. Negative. All right, we'll let y'all grow up, and then we shall annihilate. I don't know why I went through the gate when I was about to fly. That also should be a... Oh, I don't have any more. Yeah, we may end up going mining for a bit, because I am low on stone. Granted, I'm about to go replace a bunch of it, but this wouldn't be a bad idea in general. Oh, I got to do one of my favorite things online the other day. And this actually wasn't an unpopular opinion post specifically using that phrase, but it was basically an unpopular opinion post asking, you know, who's the biggest musician or band or however they phrased it that you can't stand, you don't like. And I was like, I've got the answer that will trigger everyone, because most of the top comments were like, you know, all these comments are just bands everybody hates, or bands that plenty of people complain about. I was like, not I, because I can't stand Prince. I think he is incredibly overrated. I think he's a very skilled musician, but I think his music is nothing but just generic 80s garbage. And there were a few people that agreed, but it was fun to get some comments. People were like, well, go listen to this one. Someone said. I went and listened to it. It was the most boring, dull Prince song I have ever heard in my life. The rhythm section is doing the same thing the entire song. And the vocals are so over-processed and like literally pitch shifted up and down an octave. And I'm like, I just don't get it. The song went nowhere. And this is the song you pitched to me? Hey, King Elfie. I was like, no, you got to find a better one. Sorry. Okay, let's use up the rest of these. Well, no, this will probably be where this entrance is. Who, me? What, me? Oh, Prince didn't like Weird Al. Yeah, he didn't like Weird Al. Well, he didn't like a lot of people, let's be real. Like, he didn't like a lot of people who didn't deserve being disliked. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I've got the Red Bull. That's right. See, okay, so yeah, like Imagine Dragons was one of the bands I think listed that everybody was like, yeah, there's plenty of people that don't like them for very valid reasons. I don't know Finger 11. No, Dio, plural. You need to imagine multiple dragons. I will say I did enjoy the Starfield Imagine Dragons song. Not as a song I want to just go listen to, mind you, but as a get me hyped for Starfield, yeah, it worked. Yeah, well, and they just kind of became a meme to dislike. I genuinely don't have an opinion on Nickelback. But yeah, so Prince was my answer. And my response to the song that he recommended I go listen to was, this sounds like a demo someone would send to Michael Jackson for him to make it correctly. And I'm not even a big Michael Jackson fan, but I at least listen to it and go, all right, I can see why people love this. I understand, Cowboy. I understand. Not that I go out of my way to listen to her, but she is very beloved in this household. I'm not telling you, you don't need to be involved in this conversation. No, we're not talking about your precious Taylor. I do really hate whatever the new one is about I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday. Like, that lyric is terrible. Don't mind me, old man yelling at clouds. I mean, it's better than the new Beyonce. I'll give it that. I know, the Swifties are always listening. Listen, I loved watching Through the Eras tour, but I'll watch any concert live, to be honest. I can think of very few artists I wouldn't enjoy live. Well, let's see. I agree with you there, Cowboy. I get tired that so many of the themes are so similar. But 1989 Sans Shake It Off is a terrific album. An absolutely terrific album, and I love it. And here's a consolation prize, okay? If you were like, I can't listen to that, blah 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 blah, okay, go listen to, and I need to look up what the name of the album is. If you're like, I don't like Taylor Swift, but I want to give something like it a shot, here, the Of Monsters and Men album, who, by all accounts, are nothing like Taylor Swift. But the Of Monsters and Men album, Fever Dream, it's like a pink eyeball thing. If it'll focus, it doesn't really matter. But the album Fever Dream by Of Monsters and Men is like an indie band that was sent all of the B-sides that Taylor didn't release. Like, so many of the songs, like, I listen to it and I go, this sounds like a Taylor Swift song, except it's with an indie twist, and it's really outstanding. It's so good. Well, no, you're exactly right. It's very inoffensive. And that's intended. That being said, Out of the Woods, terrific bridge. Love me some Out of the Woods. I was really annoyed that I sat through that entire Eras tour and she didn't do it. I was really offended the other day. Someone posted, there was a Christian meme account. If we were ever go on a road trip together, we would fight over the music constantly. You and I probably wouldn't. Listen, reminder, I don't go out of my way to listen to Taylor Swift. Every now and then I'll put on Out of the Woods. That's about it. I mean, like 4 times a year. It's just what I want to hear. I want to hear that bridge. But there was a Christian meme account that posted something about, okay, you know, everybody complains about Christian music, but let's find some good stuff. And so he posted some and like did a poll, you know, do you like it? Do you not? Yes or no? A lot of them were pretty garbage. I was deeply offended though, when he posted Colony House and it did not have at that point an overly positive response. And I was like, okay, first of all, you didn't choose the best song as a sample to play on the story. But how dare these people? But also, they're not a Christian band. So that also kind of annoyed me. Like, it just, that term means something different to everybody. All right, we're looking pretty good, but I am going to need more for bricks and whatnots. And did you see the clip of Dave Grohl mentioning the Eras tour? No. So I guess they were doing a show nearby where an Eras tour concert was. And he made some very supportive joke about, you know, hey, we're glad you're here and not over at Taylor Swift. We love Taylor Swift, blah, 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 blah. He's like, but we would like to welcome you all to the Errors tour. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, and then he took a little jab that I mean, I don't necessarily believe it, but I think it's funny nonetheless because he was just said it to amp up the crowd. He's like, because we have a lot of errors, because we actually play our music live. Dave doesn't even use in-ears. He hates in-ears. He wants to hear everything through the speakers. He wants to hear everything out loud, which I disagree with. I think he's ruining his ears. But I get it. All right, let's go work with what we've got now. It also annoyed me with the polling thing because he was basically like, you know, we're not going to include people like King's Kaleidoscope because everybody knows them. And I'm like, okay. What's his face? Adam Neely did this. Good night, Pumpkin. No, just say it.
Good night, stream.
All right, go to bed. Dio said good night. More people will follow. what was I saying? It'll come to me, or y'all will remind me. Dio's always a good rememberer with stuff like this. Oh, I did already do that one all the way around. I forgot to, Dio, so it must not have been very important. Here, thanks to the beauty of YouTube VOD. Oh, right. So Adam Neely. So here's the problem. This is what I hate. Every time there's a discussion about, Christian music isn't good. Here's some good Christian music. Christian music isn't good. Okay, yeah, we all know King's Kaleidoscope is good, but we're going to ignore them. That's what they always say. We're just not including them because, of course, they're good. You can't just ignore them. So Adam Neely did a whole video on the problem with Christian music. And, of course, the problem with his video was he was conflating and including worship music and Christian music as the same thing, and you can't do that. You cannot do that, and for multiple reasons. But the complaints he had about Christian music, a lot of it had to do with why worship music is the way it is intentionally, and it has to be that way, simplistic and easy for people to do in church. And my response to that is always, I've got a worship team with a plumber and an engineer and a chemistry professor and a veterinary technician. None of them are trained musicians. So anyways, but they always want to say, well, we just ignore King's Kaleidoscope because we know they're good. And Adam Neely literally said that. Yeah, I know about King's Kaleidoscope. It's not fair when you ignore the best we have. It's like saying no one in the NBA is really that good. Okay, but no. I'm not talking about LeBron and Michael Jordan. We're going to ignore those guys. Other than them, no one is good. Look at me making sports analogies, guys. Oh, did you start seeing Dave Grohl things? Emily's Instagram was listening, and she got an article about what Dave Grohl said about Taylor Swift. What did you say? Dennis Rodman was the GOAT. Dennis Rodman was weird, man. I can't get behind that statement. Granted, all I know about Dennis Rodman is him with Hollywood Hogan and WCW. That's the extent of my knowledge. I would imagine he was flashy, and I could get behind that. Oh, yeah, the reference on Men in Black. I forgot about that. I made some reference to... I don't remember if my reference was Independence Day or Men in Black. But either way, Emily got it mixed up with the other movie, and she was like, sorry, wrong Will Smith Into the World movie from the 90s. Yes, and see, we've come full circle, and that is one I will not be watching. I am not going to watch that buffoon eat hot wings. I could not care less. Oh, cool. That's cool. Two guys from Duval are Trying out for the Olympics. One's from St. John's, sorry. Well, then it doesn't count. Buffoon is a good term for him. I agree.
Buffoon is a good butt for him.
Oh, I would love to see that, Cowboy. Oh, that would be so great. That would be the only one of those I'd ever watch. Okay, these are going to come down a little bit. There we go. No, let's put one of those back. Oh, we're all full. It'd be really cool, kind of dangerous though. If there was a way to make any overflow in your inventory go to your, your Tom Simple storage. Yeah, what storage problem? There's no storage problem. I'm loving having this unbreakable shovel. Who dat? Stinky floorboard. That is I really dig that name. That's a good one. That's a 10 out of 10 name. Welcome in, buddy. Because it's random, it's funny, and it's easily readable. I saw it. I didn't have to spend much time filtering it in my head to make sure I wasn't being tricked into saying something inappropriate. Which I still second guess, even at this point. Like, okay, did I just not miss something? Or did I miss something? I am a little old and don't understand words. What's the caveman attorney's line on SNL? Your world confuses me. I hear the sound of not going to bed. I hear the sound of not going to bed. Hey. Cool, making a map. I'm assuming Minecraft related, but just in case not, are you drawing a map? Like for like a tabletop RPG campaign or something? Because I've done that before too, and I love drawing maps. But you know what I don't like? Forums for people who love drawing maps, because they all want to just worry about the rules. Rivers only flow out of mountains. My rivers will flow wherever I please. I stopped going to those places because those people are, oh, you are drawing them. Fantastic. Yeah, we love that stuff here. Like, who's to say my world follows the same physics of our planet? Yeah, now that Dio said that, all I can picture is Stinky Floorboard with his parchment in front of him. There and back again by Stinky Floorboard. Whatever comes to mind is based off my... Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Okay, I need to slow down. Because I may be going a little bit too far over this way. I think we're okay, because I need a lot of space for these trees. That's right. The wheel something wills. My brother would be embarrassed that I can't remember that line. Don't tell him, anybody. The wheel wills as the will wheels? Something like that. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I've seen a lot of people that did that. Gosh, I wonder if I have any of my old notebooks. I don't know if they're back there or not. My problem was I never reached a point where I was like settled on like how I wanted to draw a coastline and how I wanted to draw trees and forests and mountains. I struggled with mountains big time because I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. I finally figured out how to say this the other day. I am a very creative person, but I am not a very artistic person. Like there's a difference between those two things. Like I couldn't, like I would do like samples of like smaller areas of trees and stuff and coastlines, but like it wasn't until I did like the big version that I realized whether I liked it or not. So I ended up making like all of these half-finished maps because I kept going, well, but would I rather the coast look like this? Oh, I'm glad Ms. Dio agreed. Oh, it's a huge difference. It even applies to music. Like I am, and this goes into like, I'm good with music theory. Music performance is my weak point. I'm fine, but I'm aware of my limits and I have them. But it's through knowing my limits I can be more creative. Finish country and I probably have to revamp its coastline. Yeah. Well, and that's also why I started, for a while there, I was trying to do it digitally, but I've just got a cheap little old bamboo board that was great for some things, but like it wasn't quite right for this. And then I did some maps on my iPad with the Apple Pencil with Procreate, and that was really cool. That was fun. I did enjoy that. I had to do a drum solo in front of 5,000 people my senior year on nothing but a snare drum. Okay, so here's the funny thing about that, Cowboy. I feel your pain. To an extent. I never had to do that. Typically, my large solo performances were xylophone or marimba. And so it's not at all the same. Those are two very different experiences. Because when you're just playing a snare drum, it's just kind of like, well, I hope you all enjoy as I hit this thing for the next 4 or 5 minutes. And then you finish and you're like, well, I hit it about 10,000 times. I hope you enjoyed it. It's like you didn't, like, it doesn't feel like you're producing a pleasing experience because you're just one thing. At least with a xylophone or marimba, you're playing a song. It was marching band for the state. I figured it was marching band. I figured that's what it was. Well, at least you were in front of peers who love that kind of stuff. I hate that kind of stuff. I despise marching band. Oh, I hate it. I had to help with a marching band one time, and I was like, never again. I don't understand this. From the off, I was so confused. And I've had some marching band people tell me, no, this isn't your fault. This is their fault. They were stupid. So I went to go help with the pit. First of all, I didn't know what the pit was. Okay, you got to understand, I went to an art school for high school and middle school. We didn't have sports. We didn't have a marching band, therefore. So I did not know what a pit was. Yes, it's the pits. It's all, so you got to understand, I was an adult at this point. This was only 12 years ago. I also, up until this point, had no idea what a drum major was. I had no earthly idea. And I was very confused when I found out because I was like, wait a minute. So they're doing the director's job? What's the band director getting paid for? Like, that just seemed odd to me. But also, it was a funny realization when I discovered this is either the most beloved person in the group or the most despised person in the group. And the group I was helping, and this made it kind of more enjoyable, was a very despised member of the group. He was just this obnoxious, goody two-shoes, know-it-all. And I could tell, like, this guy deserves all of the dislike that he gets from his bandmates. But anyway, so I'm helping with the pit. And when my confusion really kicked in was as I went to go count them off. And this is the thing I was getting at that other marching band people have told me, no, that shouldn't have been an issue. Went to go count them off. The song's in 4. I count them off in 4 and nobody starts playing. And I'm like, okay, yep, let's try that again. I count off in 4 again, and half of them come in. And I'm like, okay, do I need to count off? Like, is this the wrong tempo? Like, what's wrong? Do you need 2 bars? And they're like, oh, well, we usually count off 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, why? And they didn't have an answer for me. Now I understand why. Because in marching band, you're doing more than music. You're doing motions. You're doing a dance. You're doing a routine physically. Dancers think in patterns of 8 if the song's in 4. Because they need to, right? Because if dancers are thinking in patterns of 4, that's less opportunities for them to remember what motion goes on what number. Whereas if you do 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're remembering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can remember the difference between 7 and 3, right? Whereas if you're just counting 4, 3 comes around too quick. So anyways, I got that figured out. So I switched for them and started counting off 5, 6, 7, 8, which hurt me inside. Which is also something I finally watched Whiplash, because it's free on YouTube, or it was free on YouTube. Finally watched Whiplash. And oh my goodness, you would never count off a song in an odd time signature the way they do in that movie. The song's in 7. I think it was 7. Yeah, because he starts at 5, 6, and. So 5, 6, 7. But you don't say, this they did get right. If you do need to have 7 in your count off or when you're counting, you either say sev or something else because 7 is 2 syllables. So they got that right, but you would not count off a song in 7 with 5, 6, 7. You'd count it in 4. And it's likely in 7, 8 if you're counting in 7, and you count it with the quarter notes in 4. And then once you start, you're feeling it in 7, but you feel the tempo originally in 4. Anyways, that bugged the crap out of me. I also have to account for areas that are heavily forested, so I don't put a highway there unless it's between 2 cities. Yeah. That's where Minecraft makes things easier. Oh, I don't want trees there. Chop, 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 chop. But drawing, not so much. Erasing only goes so far. But yeah, I was never invited back to help with that pit again. Unsurprisingly. I mean, I was able to help them. They were doing fine without me. They didn't really need me. I didn't understand why I was there. The music wasn't hard. I think the band director just needed an adult to like keep them occupied while everybody else was outside doing other things. Okay, that's looking good. So this will be more stairs. Let's figure out where this path is going to be. I may do... Oh, I can just do regular path, and it won't snow on that, because that's what I did. That's what I did down here. That keeps the snow from collecting. Okay, so this will need to come up here. Also around there probably at some point. Looks like a top-down Ferengi ship. Speaking of, let's have ourselves a Ferengi rule of acquisition. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Computer, can we get a Ferengi rule of acquisition, please?
Ferengi rule of acquisition number 16. A deal is a deal.
Deal is a deal. It's a quick one. Let's... All right, let's get some... What kind of slabs did I do over here pathing? Oak? Spruce? Spruce. Oh, I got lots of them. Fantastic. You know what? Let's bring this down. Oh, good. I had accounted for that already. Oh, it's unbreakable. This will be great for this. I don't have to worry about wasting my... Oh, dang it. It's so fast on that. Yeah. I got a gift. Not only is it a lame item, it's literally 2 of them. Dio, your decent streak has ended. But on the wall it goes. 2 birch trapdoors. You know what? This is gonna be what causes this tower to keep getting taller and taller. I'm gonna have to keep building the tower. Or find more walls. They are my lucky trapdoors, you're right. All right, so here's where more stairs will happen. This path will keep going as well. Oh, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Not with that. Let's go ahead and do this. That'll be a much faster method to get this all gone, or at least mostly. Country on my map that I'm working on is called Winstonia, with a population of around 27.6 million people. Oh my goodness. How detailed is this? How many buildings are you doing? It's wild. That's a lot of people. Oh, seriously? I can only make... Where's all my coal? There's charcoal in here. Why can't I make torches? You goof. Big scale map. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. I had actually assumed that, but I was just funny in my mind, picturing you like, yeah, I gotta draw all these buildings, man. So we got all those. Did we finish filling this in? Yeah. There's a little bit over here to do. Right there. My other thought was doing the tree farms over here is then it'll snow on the treetops, right? And not on the ground, and I think that's just a better look. Or wait, does that require a mod to have it not snow under the trees? I can't remember. I may be misremembering that. And what day are you off this week? Wednesday? Okay. I was thinking in my head when I wanted to do the next, talking about the large scale map made me think of this when I want to do the next Civilization game with Carter. So I want it to be on a day where he doesn't need to get up and leave in the morning. We'll leave that up like that. I think I like the idea actually of having a path winding through this. And the trees are like up a level. Cities are mostly inland and not on the coastline. Oh yeah, that's interesting. So what are you thinking for like their trade and resources and stuff like that? Like is there a system in place since they don't have, harbors and stuff? Are there airships? Versus go down the river. Okay. Oh, cool. That's actually fine because I'm going to need a big area for the mangroves, so they'll probably go there. This just needs to connect up down here now, actually. Based off the name of the country's biggest city. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So then I want this whole path to be more of these. Probably have to make more. We'll go and make this one wider. It's a little straight for my liking, but that's okay. This will be nice too. It'll kind of differentiate between the paths. We'll still probably have some normal dirt paths going in and around the trees, but that's about it. City itself's 3.6 million, while it's metropolitan is 8.4. Oh, cool. Yeah. So there's lots of people like living, on the outskirts. Different industries, probably farming and whatnot. I yelled back at y'all that it doesn't sound like going to sleep. And now mommy's back there. You're getting in trouble. Y'all are acting like it's summer or something. You're only in trouble if you get caught. I'm in trouble. Oh, she was.
Taking advantage of the fact that it's summer. And let you stay up an extra hour. Go to bed. Go to bed. Fine. Go to bed.
Good job, Dio. Nice. Yeah, that's always a good place to start, is asking yourself, like, okay, where, what is the land providing the people to do, right? So let's get some saplings. We want the stairs still. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness, the game has too many saplings. So... I'll have one go up here. If that works. Like some wool, please. Please come get some wool. You know, you could just turn your farm off. Ooh, I need to do some sort of border on this. I need to connect that wall too. Yeah, I need some sort of border. Don't know what though. I'm tired of using just stone. Well, I don't know that this is going to look right, but we're going to place it just to see. A wool border would look good. It's not bad, but that looks too clean. Oh yeah, tile deep slate maybe, because that does have a, it's darker. I don't know if I'll like that about it. Seeing as this is like, that might be okay. We're gonna leave it there and see how I think about it. Brown and green wool mixed with moss blocks. Keep selling me on it. It might work. All right, let's stick some simple ones back in here, right? So we'll do some acacia back here. This one can go through here and loop back around. Kind of need a straight spot to do it at. Oh, did I put away all the... Actually don't know that I'll like that right there. Hey, one already popped up. I'll change that later, probably. No, I want to do the stairs. Actually, you know what? That might actually be a cool look. That might just work. Oh man, that looks so cool with the sky like that. Oh. Oh no, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. It's going away. Oh. Yeah. That Borealis thing. Oh jeez. Y'all had nowhere else to spawn, did you? Estonia is part of a region, the continent called Candesia, and holds around 17% of Candesian crops. Nice. So birch is used very little. So we're going to plot birch right here. It'll just be in this section. And then we'll do... Yeah, this actually isn't too bad. We'll just do oaks out here. Oh, I see you over there. Missed. I figured out that the Trident is a great way to test lag on the server. I got on the other day and found out very quickly that I needed to restart. Yeah, we'll continue on the oak because I do use oak pretty frequently. Okay, this one needs to be... no, let's just go slab. That's fine, right there. Okay, so what do I have left? Okay, I've got 4 left to deal with. We're gonna do the mangrove out here. It's around 28% of Candesian crops because most of the land is flat. Oh, yeah, because you were saying it was all hilly and stuff. So, like, there's, it's good soil, but limited availability to do farming. So that would make sense when there's plains somewhere else. That dirt block looked different for a hot minute there. Use up what I've got. All right, this was... Oh, did I not get... Oh, they're not called saplings, you doofus. What are they called? Or do I just not have any in my inventory? Doesn't look like I do. Propagules? Is that what it is? If it is, it's not what's in there. Propagule. Okay, cowboy confirmed. I was laughing, Dio, because that sounded ridiculous. Where did I put them? Yonder. Ahoy. I have come for your propagules. Aha. Oh, that did have it. There we go. Nice. Oh, come on. Come on. I just gotta be on the side. There we go. Go for some low-hanging fruit. Yeah, like sherds. It's so funny how it grows. It grows on a single block of dirt like this. I just hate that you don't get the propagules from it. There's Butts. You're still around, buddy. I lost you for a while there. Were you out exploring the world? Yeah. Missed you, buddy. Actually, these might make a good, in addition to the moss blocks, right? Yeah, and the wool, right? These could be good for the path. You think so, Butts? I think so too. Let's go ahead and get all these dirts out of the way while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it would be nice, but at least they're easy to chop. I don't know how that sand ended up out here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, we're almost there. Nice. Ah! Ah! Oh, this one dropped a propagule, unless that was one I missed earlier. Oh, the towers look so cool. Whoops, I stopped picking things up a hot minute ago. Estonia are in the far north and northeast. 1.3 million people. Or 1.3, wait, 1.3, I think you mean 1.3 million people per square mile in some areas. Or do you mean 1.3 people? And if so, I want to know what happened to the other 2/3 of those people. Oh man, I'm funny. Well, okay, the average, okay. I'm still just imagining somebody who... I'm picturing Cotton from King of the Hill. I ain't got no shins. He counts as 2/3. All right, let's plant some propagules. Every time I say that, I think of a former pastor who had trouble. Oh my goodness. Well, I got my TNT farm. He had trouble pronouncing some words. And one word that, and oftentimes if it was a particularly funny time that he was struggling to pronounce a word, I would like clip it. This one was one of the most iconic ones, and he could not for the life of him say pomegranate. And he tried and tried and tried in this clip, and he finally just has to just give up, and he says pomegranate. So now every time I see him in the grocery store with my wife, it will say something about, hey, there's some pomegranates. You want to get some pomegranates? He also had trouble saying Brielle's name. He would say Brielle. So that was pretty funny. Oh, I planted all of them. That's fine. Okay, so we're still missing Dark Oak Jungle Cherry. I don't think I'm going to need much cherry. I think I'm just going to put like 1, maybe 2. Because they're so large. Jungle, let's go ahead and just do singular jungles along here. I'm questioning if I want to flatten this to that same height. I don't see why not. I'm kind of liking it all being on the same level. So we're gonna flatten this. And then we'll do dark oak and spruce over here. I love I've got an audience of all my animals watching me. Right off the Lake Reservoir. That's pretty cool. Making an area for the rich folks to build their vacation homes. Maybe do some tourism sites. Okay. That should be enough space for us to... Still the stairs on me? I do. So let's do... I'm definitely needing all the spruce, but the spruce grows so tall. So I definitely want these paths to connect up here. And maybe one come right here. Maybe I would go out a bit more and then spruce will be down here. City for lake houses would be in reservoir, reservoir. That's a tongue twister for me. Just wedged in between the city. Oh. That's one of those names, if I'm playing a game and like my brain has a hard time pronouncing it even in my head, I just call it something new. I did that with, what games? One of the Final Fantasies main protagonists. I just could not say the name like in my head. And I was like, forget it. His name's Joe. And I can't remember what his name was. Or what game it was. Okay, so let's do spruce here. This will also give us a smaller area with the whoosy what's it grass. Yeah. Well, see, and I learned early on from Pokemon not to, because then like my very first Pokemon playthrough on Red, I renamed all of them to wrestlers' names. So like I had a Rattata named Sting, right? Because I thought that was cool. And then I quickly realized how many of these things I was going to catch. And how many of these, like I would keep the Rattata longer than I should have simply because his name was Sting. And Sting was my favorite. And I didn't realize I was wasting my favorite name on a worthless Pokemon. And so the other issue was when I went to go, there we go. When I went to go look up information, I realized I didn't know off the top of my head what the Pokemon's names were. So I stopped doing that because I needed to be able to find out things about these Pokemon. I know you could look it up, but like I'd have to go look in the game. I didn't actually know what their name was. I started playing, speaking of Final Fantasy games, I started... I almost didn't see him. I started on my Game Boy thing, my retro handheld. I started playing like one of the a remaster of one of the, I think it was the first Final Fantasy, and like something about it was so much fun to me. I got risky and went for it. You almost didn't get caught. And it was really fun. And like, it was fun to just go around and grind before I went and did anything. Hey, Utah, how's it going? But then I was like, I went to go do this thing, like go into like this temple area, dungeon type thing. And I was very underleveled. Well, I also realized I was under geared. I didn't realize I had to go buy like all the starter gear. Like my guys had like less than starter gear. Oh, thank you. This will be so helpful for my TNT tree farm. Still not picking them up for some reason. This has been a problem. There we go. Thanks, Minecraft. Good. Me too. But you knew that already. All right, let's plop down. Oh no. I put the shulker box away with all that stuff in it. I shouldn't have too many in here. Oh, good. I can see what's in. Oh, the other one's empty. Anyways, okay. Let's see how we feel about this. Because so I wanted. Oh, but I also wanted some of these to play with, right? Let's see what we can do with this. We get some moss, which we could grow more of. Some of this, and some brown wool. I could just decorate it with TNT. You know, I've never really looked at a TNT block to like question what could that be from above or below for that matter. What does a TNT look like underneath? That could be cool. As like a ceiling or something. Yeah, I don't know what the fuse could look like. Okay, so I need... What was I missing down here? Moss. Oh, the green wool. Playing a dangerous game with that. So if we did... Right. If we did... I don't know... Well, oh, actually... Okay, I kind of like that. I don't know how the... Oh. Okay, I might actually be sold on this. This might actually end up being a cool look. I don't know if I love the brown wool. We shall see. We'll maybe do less of that. Redstoner and builder. See, look at you go. You're a Renaissance man for sure. Well, and you know what else we can do? Ooh, you know what else we can do though to help? Ooh. Get some moss, right? Right? And the moss could live on a couple different things. They could go on anything for that matter. But it could help. That could look really interesting. I'm still not sold on the brown wool, but it might. Oh, sweet. Glad you joined, Stinky. Currently working on my base, but time doing a custom biome.
I'm currently working on my base but time doing a custom biome.
Custom biomes are really fun. Especially butt time. What are you doing? What you do? What are you doing? What's this? Oh, you're trying to do something. You're trying to do something fancy. He's doing something with one of them flowers. And yeah, Stinky, by all means, share pictures of your map. There's actually a Pathfinder channel that would probably be the best one to put it in. But it ultimately doesn't matter. You could put it in general. We don't, as you can tell, we don't exactly have a whole lot of rules. I find that the quickest way to kill a Discord server is too many restrictive rules. Anytime I get into, there's no faster way for me to leave a Discord server then for when I post something, post a picture, just randomly, you know, just because it's even if it's related to the conversation, and I get jumped on by a bunch of people. No pictures allowed in general, please. Oh, pictures only in pics. And I'm like, but the conversation is happening here. No pictures in here. I'm like, okay, listen, I get it. I get it. You got a bunch of kids in here and you want to prevent them from spamming pictures. I get it. Why don't you just punish those people? All right, what'd you do? What'd you get working? Oh, it didn't work. I'm so sorry. It became one with the soil. That's a great way to describe cowboy. One with the soil. Oh. Oh, yeah. No, it's not working. What'd you do? Oh. Oh, hey, that was just a moss. Okay. You know what, cowboy? I think I like this. I would have never thought to do all this. I tell you one thing I may change is instead of the brown wool, I can find another use for the brown wool, okay? Yeah, I figure that's what you were doing. Instead of that, do coarse dirt. The brown wool is just too clean and it doesn't match enough with the other things. Sounds good, Stinky. I don't mind it like that. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. It's that it needed something visibly between the mangrove root and the wool to work. Ooh, yeah. No. I do like that now. Nice. And especially if it has like if it's more likely to have the carpet on it. Very cool. Don't eat the brown. Well, you wouldn't eat the brown wool. Don't wear the brown wool. or you'll be a stinky floorboard. All right. It is probably getting close to my wife's bedtime. So I should take flight. Boom. Wow, I really just bounced there. Bye, cowboy. Thank you for the goodies and the ideas. Very good ideas. Indy, was that you? Was that you? Please tell me someone actually. That's good stuff. That's really funny. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. We will likely see you tomorrow night with some more Civ 6 between me and Carter. So, see you guys then. Thanks as always for watching. Adios. Goodbye.